Hey, what's up, and welcome to my corner of the internet. So today's anime is hot garbage. I'm not really recommending it to you, but I will tell you this. This anime did something very well that I think a lot of good to average anime should take a look at. What I mean is, this garbage anime was able to be entertaining for a good little while, even though I knew it was complete garbage. This anime was able to pretty much grab my attention and keep me guessing on what was going to happen week to week. This anime did something, and I gotta be honest with you, I gotta clap it up, because I said previously about this anime that I can't believe this is getting animated versus some of the other animes that are getting animated, but this one definitely deserves what chance that it got, and I'm talking about, well, you'll find out. So I'm pretty much not going to say this because this anime is a lot to pretty much pronounce, and let's not butcher everything so terribly. This is 12 episodes. This is an action, comedy, fantasy, and here is the artist that created this. This is an isekai garbage fire. And when I mean the animation is bad, the story is loosely strung together with new concepts that are just a sandwich and smorgasbord of whatever. But what it did was it turned a lot of its wacky and random concepts, and it actually made it into something more than what I thought it would be. So basically, our main character is Yukito Urabe, and when we basically meet him, he is basically being sacrificed by his father, who is a cult leader to this mysterious god called Mitama. And basically he gets sacrificed, and he is ruing that this has happened to him, and he hates the fact that he's always been a part of religion, even though he vehemently does not believe in it. He's been a part of cult life his entire life. He was born in it, and he pretty much has no interest in it in the slightest. He is vehemently against all sorts of different things, and it's hilarious because he goes to a world where there are no gods. That's basically where he gets isekai to. And what we come to find out, there are no gods, but there's changes that have made these deities, these archons, basically able to use the powers of gods. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. This new world is basically built upon the idea that it's all systematic, and death is a right that you have to commit to once it's your time. Everyone's supposed to have kids after a certain time, but there's no love, there's no real emotion. Everyone is like cattle, and this world is incredibly dystopian. I'm not even gonna lie to you, it kind of freaked me out. I was like, whoa, because certain pieces of the story definitely exist in our world nowadays. And Yukito is freaked out because at the village where he basically spawns into, they are free from all of this until they're all basically picked up to be killed, because no one really escapes death within this modern society. They just prolong it by basically getting ostracized from the very empire that's governing everything and situating all sorts of different things. So we fast forward, he gets saved by Mitama, this goofy god that ends up helping him out and really loves Yukito, which is incredible because he's like, he doesn't even believe in the god. But whatever, the story kicks off just like this. And what got me about this story was it continued to unfold and basically create this battle royale of the archons and the ideas and concepts of gods. And it also has a lot of jokes about cults, religion, how they get people to be a part of this. This anime continued to The first couple episodes, I'm not gonna lie, are pretty tough. If you just ignore like the bad animation and you really understand a lot of the conversations being held with
何でも聞くよね。
もちろんです。私めは御霊様の信者。これも喜んでおなめいたします。
recruiting people to religion, teaching God, and a lot of the asides Yukito gives when he's manipulating and influencing others. The anime has something. It genuinely has something. It's just so garbage, and it leads so heavily on comedy that sometimes it detracts from some of the heavier, cooler themes that were genuinely explored and given a good bit of touching, but it was just such a cold contrast because this anime could have been more than what it was. Of course, the isekai genre is filled with so much goofiness, but this anime had some kernels of a little bit more seriousness that definitely touched me. Like, I was just intrigued because, like, it broke down religion. It broke down getting people a part of this, how music influences us, all sorts of different things. And it seemed like such an interesting way of manipulation, how Yukito is basically trying to get Mitama to be a supreme god so he can overthrow and keep the villagers that he loves safe. And that's where the story got me. The story got me that Yukito is just trying to keep his friends safe, and he's trying to live in this new world because he didn't really have a connection to the old world. It was pretty much taken from him, and he hated having the idea to deal with gods and all these other different things. And I also love the battle royale between the archons and how they're basically avatars for different gods' powers, and they're also named after different gods throughout different mythologies, and their powers resonate as so. And it's kind of fucking cool. I don't know, it got me, man. Like, it was just a little bit more philosophical. It was pretty cool. And Yukito's manipulative way of just getting what he wants and also trying his absolute best to just like make sure he comes out on top no matter what. Resources he uses or what type of lies he tells. Though unfortunately the anime devolves because it tries to be incredibly comedic. This anime tries to force a lot of jokes, and it is sometimes kind of funny, and the animation is like hilarious how bad it is, but it really detracted from the fact that the story could have been so much more. And I think that's why I decided to make a video about this. This anime could have been so much more than what it was if it just took itself a little bit more seriously. But I don't know, maybe it was just a gentle balance. But I think this anime had a lot of potential if you stayed on the idea of a godless world, dealing with archons, dealing with empire, the ideas of love, affection, the right to die, the right to choose when to die. There were so many different kernels that just were so interesting. And it's crazy how this mangaka, who basically created something to laugh about, happened upon a lot of potential ideas that could have been explored so wonderfully, because the emotional moments within this anime stick. And it makes me kind of think hard about how it was interesting how this anime was able to display what does it mean to be a human being.
とは私があなたの体を仕込んでいく。
いや、何もここまでする必要は。
お前は何？
え？
お前は醜いクソ豚だ！
And how these things changed and how they were altered by the archons that influenced them, and how the archons are like the avatars and what their personal choices were, and how it influenced their followers and what they had their followers participate in. I don't know, man. This anime had a lot of potential, and it decided to squander it. Even though it was entertaining, it got me through a season. I'm probably never gonna watch something like this. This is hot garbage. but I can recognize that it had a lot of good ideas. But anyway, how did you feel about this anime? Have you seen this anime? Do you know about this anime? Did you watch it this season? How did you feel about it? Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much, and tell me how you feel. Genuinely, I want to know, because I can't be the only one that feels this way about this anime. Anyway, peace. Take care.